documentary about India's daughter, there are super gentlemen who give wonderful comments out there. Well, I'm actually trying to understand what they exactly mean with their super talents. The Delhi gang rape accused Mukesh Singh says when being raped, she shouldn't fight back, she should just be silent and allow the rape. Then they would have dropped her off after doing her and only hit the boy. You can't clap with one hand, it takes two hands. Yeah, we agree. A decent girl won't roam around at 9 o'clock at night. Oh, is it? A girl is far more responsible for rape than a boy. Point to be noted actually. Boy and girl are not equal. Yeah, they're not equal. Housework and housekeeping is for girls, not roaming in discos and bars at night, doing wrong things, wearing wrong clothes. Oh, about 20% of girls are good. Oh, finally he gave the credit to at least 20% girls. Now, this Mukesh Singh have given wonderful comments, wonderful ideology of his. And we have super gentlemen out there who actually supported him and who actually gave their super talents. I actually wanted to understand what they meant. The superhero we have here is AP Singh, and being the defense lawyer for this Delhi gang rape accused says, if my daughter or sister engaged in premarital activities and disgraced herself and allowed herself to lose face and character by doing such things, I would most certainly take this sort of sister or daughter to my farmhouse, and in front of my entire family, I would put petrol on her and set her alright. Oh, so this man has just admitted to being able to plot a public murder. Wow, so let's just give him some credit and clap for him. Seriously. Well, we have one more person, ML Sharma, touted to be a defense lawyer of Delhi gang rape case. He says, in our society, we never allow our girls to go out of the house after 6:30, 7:30 or 8:30 in the evening with any unknown person. You are talking about man and woman as friends? Sorry, that doesn't have any place in our society. We have the best culture. In our culture, there is no place for a woman. Alright, Mr. Sharma ji, can you please first decide whether it is 6:30, 7:30 or 8:30? Also, have you ever thought that we will be picking up our children from their tuitions or some of our old parents from some point of place? We actually call up for a taxi or an auto or a rickshaw and we meet some strange men there. You got to note this point. And for God forbid, can you please explain us which culture it is that you're talking about that we don't have place? For women there is no place at all. And also, actually, can anyone see that moustache resemblance to Hitler? Is it that just me who is looking at it, or all you guys can see it? We have Asaram Bapu here who says only 5 to 6 people are not the culprits. The victim daughter is as guilty as her rapist. She should have called the culprits' brothers and begged before them to stop. This could have saved her dignity and life. Can you clap with one hand? I don't think so. Oh, here again. One clap, one hand. So, Asaram Bapuji says she should have called them brothers and they would have literally left her. Super Asaram Bapuji. You found the best answer and you really solved the biggest problem that our society is dealing with. Super. Oh yeah, there's one more advice he indirectly gives us, that all the girls out there, please carry Rakhis instead of pepper sprays. That will be so useful according to Asaram Bapuji. Hamara Netaji Babulal Gaur says, rape is a social crime which depends on the man and the woman. It is sometimes right and sometimes wrong. Okay, so criminal acts can sometimes be right and sometimes be wrong. Is it what you mean? And for God's sake, if someone kills Hamara Gaurji, then is it right or is it wrong? Aurang Netaji Kailash Vijay Varghya says, if the limit of morality is crossed by women, such cases, rapes will happen. According to Mr. Vijay Varghya, women have actually crossed the limits and they have crossed the limits of the morality, and this is the cause of the rape. Not only me, everybody here wanted to understand what he exactly means. Does the supposed code of morality only apply to half of the population? Does having a penis actually exempt you? And what if only women are crossing their morality? Then how about, where is the answer for this, Varghya ji, that even kids, young kids are getting raped? How about them? Are they crossing the morality too? Here we go. Prabhupada ji, ISKCON say, it is not that the women do not like rape. They like it sometimes. They willingly. That is the psychology. Outwardly, they show some displeasure, but inwardly, they do not. Oh my gosh, all these days I really wanted to talk about ISKCON, but I thought it is like some religious organization and they would only preach about religion and all this stuff. But here, Prabhupada became a psychology scholar, and also, was the psychological assessment is a result of being raped? Because I can understand him enjoying it personally. But to speak for a whole population of victims, how should I put this? Ridiculous. No, bloody ridiculous. हमको मिल गया और एक नेताजी, राम सेवक पाइकरा. No one commits rape intentionally. It happens only by mistake. I think I got this right. You mean, Ram Sevak ji, you mean to say that mistakenly this guy dropped off his pants and pushed the girl to the ground, undressed her and went on to rape her? I think this might also have happened. Might be he stepped on the banana peel and, fell into her vagina. I support, right? Banana peel se ye bhi ho sakta hai na? Central Bureau of Investigation former CBI Director Ranjit Sinha says, if you cannot stop rape, you enjoy it. By the way, who made this guy a CBI Director? I just actually like to ask him one question. Will you enjoy being sodomized? If say, then one of your violent criminals had the hands on you and you couldn't stop them. Alright. Mr. Om Prakash Chautala, he says, child marriage is the only solution to rape and other atrocities against women. Even in the Mughal era, people would marry off their daughters early to save them from atrocities of the Mughals. Also, Mr. Chautala, you mean to say that Mughal era doesn't even have rapes at all? And you mean to say you have read all the Mughal history and all the histories around? Also, I understood that you were actually looking for a child bride and might be you're thinking that this is a legal platform to say about it. Alright, if so about the child marriage, how about the kids and the married women who are already being raped and molested in the society? What happened to them? What is happening to them? Alright, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat says rapes actually happens only in cities and not in villages. Oh, is it? He is actually trying to say that realities and facts like rapes and molestation, all this stuff only happen in cities. But in forests and villages, there are no such events, right? How could you forget Pulan Devi Bhagwat ji? Someone please out there, introduce him to the world of statistical data. Sakshi Maharaj sir says, they are advocating marriage of a girl to girl, boy to boy, and this is what happened in the last government. And this is why he wants to request all the women out there to give birth to at least 4 children. By the way, what is this linking between the rape cases, the molestations and increasing of the population? Why is it actually related? Giving birth to 4 children? Is he trying to increase the population of India? Come on, we are already in the second position in the world's population. We have Jitendra Chattar sir says consumption of fast food contributes to such incidents. Chow mein leads to hormonal imbalance, evoking an urge to indulge in such acts. Oh, he's talking here about urges. I'm so sorry, Mr. Chatterjee. I wasn't aware that you also knew about nutrition. You says that consuming fast food will actually increase our urges. And how about those kids who are actually, because kids actually like to eat lot of fast foods, and do you think that kids also get those type of urges? I want to know it. No rush, please tell me whenever you're free. I want to know it. Every day there are many protests which are being taken across the world to stop rapes. But the statements from these topmen actually discourages all these protests, and they're encouraging rapists indirectly. If these type of statements from such a topman gives us a confirmation that rape is not a crime, then why should prostitution is a crime?